I'm not one to come on here and cry and tell anyone personal information about myself. But I never want anyone that I know to go through what we're going through right now. If you have insurance on your home, you need to call and make sure that, ask the simple question of, if something as devastating as what happened to us, our whole house is gone, can we just build exactly what we had with our insurance policy? Because what I'm finding out, when you think you're like, okay, well, let's just build exactly what we had, it just doesn't work like that. I don't know a lot about insurance, but it doesn't even come close. So we're gonna probably have to sell our lot to try to pay off the mortgage and then find something else. And I just thought that, God forbid something like this happens, you have that's why you have insurance. And it just doesn't work that way. So I don't want this to happen to anybody else. So just make sure you have it, because you just don't ever think it's gonna happen to you. So everyone is safe, everyone's okay. We had not moved in yet. We were hoping to be in right before Christmas. So, but when this was going to be a really good thing for us, like a really nice way to start the new year. This 2025 has pretty much sucked for us this year. So just make sure you're covered.
A massive fire destroyed her property.
Just everything gone.
Everything. But the craziest part of her story, the thing that really gets you, is that her dream of recovery, her ability to put her life back together, it wasn't actually shattered by the fire itself.
No, the fire just took the wood and the drywall.
Right, the photographs, the physical stuff.
Yeah.
But the real devastation, the permanent, life-altering devastation, happened exactly 48 hours later.
It happened with the arrival of the adjuster's document.
Exactly. Before we dive into the fine print, I want you to be honest in the comments. When was the last time you actually opened your insurance policy and read past the first page?
A good question.
Was it last year, 5 years ago, or have you never actually looked at it? Let me know, because your answer reveals exactly how much risk you're carrying right now. Share your story below in the comments. Your experience might be the warning another homeowner needs to hear today.
It is so true, because most homeowners wake up every day believing they are protected.
Yeah, they pay their premiums on time, they trust the big logos on the TV commercials, and they sleep soundly under the assumption that if the worst happens, they're covered.
But for this one homeowner, that dream turned into a cold, hard reality. And it didn't happen because of a fire. It happened because of a single document she received 48 hours after her home was gone.
There is this very specific, almost invisible psychology to the way we view our homes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you wake up in your own bed, you walk down the hallway, you painted, you look out the window, and you just feel this profound physical sense of security.
Oh yeah, it is your sanctuary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a massive part of that security is anchored in this financial routine. You faithfully pay your homeowner's insurance premium every single month, year after year, decade after decade.
Make clockwork.
Like clockwork.
And you watch the television commercials? You know the ones, right? With the big, sturdy logos.
Oh yeah, the hands gently cradling a miniature house.
Yes. The deep, resonant voiceovers promising that no matter what happens, they are standing by. And we just internalize those images.
We do. We really do.
And because of that, you sleep soundly under the absolute, unquestioned assumption that if the unthinkable ever happens, you are completely and utterly covered.
It is arguably the ultimate modern comfort blanket. We live in a world of immense unpredictable risk.
Yeah. And we essentially attempt to outsource our existential dread to a multi-page contract we just, shove in a filing cabinet. We buy the feeling of safety.
But the feeling of safety and the legal mechanics of a financial contract are two wildly different things.
Completely different.
And that brings us to the core of our deep dive today. We are looking at a devastating piece of source material. It is an investigative text titled The Illusion of Coverage. Surviving the Insurance Liquidation Trap.
A very heavy read.
Very heavy. And the anchor story in this text, it shatters that comfort blanket entirely. It follows a homeowner who experienced the absolute worst case scenario. Picture this. She is sitting in a sterile hotel room.
Probably wearing clothes she had to buy at a big box store just that morning.
Yeah, because everything else she owns is ash. She can probably still smell the smoke in her hair, and she receives this document from her insurance provider.
This is the moment she expects the cavalry to arrive.
Right. This is when the TV commercial is supposed to come to life, the hands cradling the house. But instead, she opened this envelope and finds a cold, hard mathematical equation. An equation that essentially liquidates her life's work.
It is brutal.
Her insurance, a company she paid for over a decade, flat out refused to provide the funds to rebuild her house.
It is a profound shock to the human system. You survive the physical disaster, the adrenaline of escaping the flames, only to walk blindly into a financial inferno that you are completely unprepared to fight.
And here is why her insurance refused to rebuild her house, and how this exact same financial trap is being set for thousands of families every single year.
Because what most people think insurance does and what it actually does in the year 2026 are two very different things.
And the difference only shows up when it's too late. That is our mission today, to decode the massive, treacherous gap between the illusion of coverage and the harsh reality of the modern insurance industry.
We need to help you spot this mathematical trap before you are the one sitting in that sterile hotel room.
Let's start with the biggest reason this happens. It's a term buried deep in the fine print.
Usually on a page most people never scan.
Exactly. She likely had something called actual cash value coverage.
Right.
ACV.
Now that sounds fine, right? It sounds like you're getting the actual value of your home.
It implies a one-to-one relationship with truth.
Yeah. If someone owes me money and they say, I'm going to give you the actual cash value, my brain immediately translates that to, they're going to give me the exact amount of money I need to fix this.
It sounds totally fair. But in the world of high-level insurance finance, actual is a code word for discounted.
I mean, that is just wild to me.
It's the reality of the math. Actual cash value does not pay to rebuild your home today. It pays what your home was worth after depreciation. Think about that for a second. You lose your entire home, your memories, your security, your largest asset, and the payout is reduced because your roof was 10 years old.
Because your cabinets weren't brand new.
Because your floors had wear and tear.
In the eyes of the insurance company, your home is like a used car.
A used car. I mean, that analogy from the text is just, it is spot on.
It really is. The moment you live in it, the value starts dropping in their system.
When the disaster hits, they aren't looking to make you whole. They're looking to settle a used goods claim.
A used goods claim.
That is not rebuilding. That is a discounted liquidation of your life's work.